Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, May 27th at 4:30. I just got off work. And I'm going to play a classic early 90s matchup between two teams. The Hornets were decent that year. They kind of underachieved, but they were young, against the rebuilding Washington Wizards. But I like a couple of the people on their team, so that's why I wanted to play with them. There's Tom Gugliotta, one of the guys I like. The starters for the Hornets: Bogues, Hawkins, David Wingate, Larry Johnson, and Alonzo Mourning. For the Bullets: Michael Adams along with Rex Chapman, and Kevin Duckworth. Jackson Sampson was not the head coach. In fact, I'm not sure who the head coach of this team was. I might have to look that up. I want to say Bernie Bickerstaff, but I don't think that's correct. Uh-oh. Duckworth misjumped it. Johnson hikes it to Bogues. I should have put him on the other Hornets so they could play in the old Hornets in the Hive. Larry Johnson down the middle, right by Tom Gugliotta. Here's Michael Adams. This was the year before Chris Webber and Juwan Howard would come there. Adams to the rim. Michael Adams scores. Michael Adams, who had one of the most unique shots in NBA history. I actually tweaked his shot a little on this to try to look like it, but I don't think it does it justice still. He was definitely a unique scorer. Kind of the first volume three-point shooter in the NBA, too, in the 80s. Mourning. No. Rebound Adams. Ahead to Googs. Googs, no. Rebound Mourning. Tom Gugliotta, a very good athlete coming out of college. Uh-oh. Hersey Hawkins, who came over to the Hornets in 1994. Oh, good hands by Mourning. Mourning was great right out of the get-go. Here's Don McLean. Blocked by Mourning. Knocked away. Wow, Mourning's such a good defensive player. Duckworth. Michael Adams putting it in. All right. Here comes the Hawk. You know, such a small 5'3", but even Hersey Hawkins at 6'3", not a big backcourt. Johnson spinning inside. Beautiful move there by Larry Johnson. I realize we've already seen a version of this Hornets team. Chapman. Oh, no, off the mark. Rebound Hawkins. The Hawk, a wonderful shooter. Blocked by Gugliotta. But Mourning gets it back and scores. This Wizards team was not good. They were bad, but they were not the worst team in the league. All right, here we go. Why did I do that? Why didn't I just go to the rim with Gugliotta? I mean, got to go at Bogues here. Luckily, Michael Adams, you know, it's a matchup for him because he's only 5'9", and one of the smallest point guards in NBA history, and one of the smallest scorers in NBA history. Gugliotta on the steal. Don McLean, no. Don McLean is the all-time leader in scoring at UCLA. Was the NBA's most improved player in 1996. Speaking of improvement, I need to improve here as they're off to a 10-4 lead for the Hornets. Oh, Bogues fouling Adams. Bogues, so tough. Googs. Open, knocks it down. A great mid-range shooter. Tom Gugliotta. Bogues working it to Morning. Going against the veteran Kevin Duckworth. Bogues the pull-up. Bogues knocks it down. Muggsy Bogues. Steph's not here. It's me. She's been busy today, I know that. But I'm sure she's ecstatic. Boy, this is not a good start for me. Oh. Adam's a good three-point shooter. Duckworth inside. Scores it. Foul. Assist from Adams. What a finish, though, by Kevin Duckworth. You know what's funny is Kevin Duckworth had that unique one-handed shooting style, and so did Michael Adams. Two of their starters shot the ball with one hand. Bogues, so hard to take it from. One of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in NBA history as Bogues knocks it down. Muggsy Bogues. Let's see. Same guys in right now for the Bullets, though. Got to get Chapman going. Oh, whoops. I should have kicked the Googs. Googs, not a great three-point shooter, but a decent three-point shooter. Googs, that's just too easy. 6'10 over 5'3", I'll take that. There is no way, you know, nowadays in the switch-happy NBA, there is no way a guy like Muggsy Bogues would be switching that. I mean, Bogues fought through everything. Adams, oh, it went the wrong way. Adams, who wore number 10 for the Bullets, but I couldn't switch it to that because that was, whose number was that? I want to say Earl Monroe, but that's not right. He wore 15. Rex Chapman. Anyway, number 10 is of some importance, so I can't make Adams number 10 anymore. Googs on the steal. Oh, no! Morning takes it right from... Or didn't... Oh! Adams, what a play by Adams! Into Googs. Oh, Googs. It must have been blocked. Adams again knocking it away. Gugliotta, it's good. Tom Gugliotta for 3. He's got 7. Adams. Ooh. There's that one-handed release. Couldn't get it. Rebound, Larry Johnson. Oh, blocked away. I saw this video on the Mount Rushmores of franchises, and the Hornets, it was Muggsy Bogues, Del Curry, Kemba Walker, and Gerald Wallace. And I'm like, take Gerald Wallace off there. You got to put Larry Johnson on there. I mean, I know he only played with him for like 6 seasons, but he had a huge impact on this franchise. I mean, Morning was only there about 3 years, but still. You know, even Glenn Rice, I'd put on him over Gerald Wallace. Brent Price in the game now. In fact, all subs in the game. Calbert Chaney in, the young guard out of Indiana. I don't like this bench at all, but Brent Price! Didn't know he had that in him. The head coach of the University of Virginia, Tony Bennett, in the game, and he scores. Now, one of my first matchups was against this Hornets team, and I remember Tony Bennett had a great game. Wow, Brent Price again. Oh, really? Thought I had the steal. But it's interesting, this bench unit here. Not a good unit. Calbert Chaney is more of a defender. Del Curry knocking it down. The great shooter. Obviously father of Steph and Seth. Here's Kenny Walker, the former Knick. I say the Bullets is where players would go to die. What's funny is I think that became I used to say that about the Knicks in the mid-2010s. I called them the old folks home, you know, when they had Jason Kidd and Rasheed Wallace and Chauncey Billups, I think, or I don't remember. They had a couple of old guys, really old guys, though. I called them a nursing home for NBA players. Good rebound by Purvis, never nervous Ellison. Kenny Walker, the former slam dunk champ, can't even get it in there. And here comes Scott Burrell, who was recently famous again. Chaney from the documentary The Last Dance. Ooh. Chaney is not a good three-point shooter. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, people think that he was like a rookie on that team. He wasn't. He was like in his 4th or 5th year. Was more of a... Played a lot more in Charlotte. Tony Bennett off to Mourning. Mourning just too big and strong in there. Getting it to go. Price ahead to Chaney. Chaney, the big physical guard, getting it in there. Had a solid yet unspectacular career in the NBA. Played with the Bullets and then a little bit with the Jazz as well, and I think another team too. I can't remember who though. But great college player at Indiana. Played for Bobby Knight. Rebound, Marty Conlon. Loose ball foul on Kenny Gaddison. Remember, I think it was Chris Webber that said the hardest guy for him to guard was Marty Conlon. Or like one of the hardest guys. Purvis Ellison. Doug Overton in the game. The veteran point guard. And there's Doug Overton. He had a long career in the NBA as a reserve guard. Always seemed like he was on a backup point guard on bad teams. He like knew his role. He's like, I'm not a very good backup point guard, but I would be if I was on a bad team. A couple others too. I think he was on the Clippers. I could be wrong there, but I remember him just, yeah. Oh, there's Eddie Johnson. One of the forgotten terrific scorers of the 80s. One of the 13 Johnsons. Overton. Oh, Doug Overton ties the game there on the rainbow. And that'll end the first quarter. 29 all. Ow. What a shot by Doug Overton. There's Larry Johnson right there. Don McClain didn't get anything going in the first. Marty Conlon very happy there in the morning, pointing at. So Overton, Mitchell Butler in the game, who was eventually traded for Rod Strickland, along with Rasheed Wallace, Kenny Walker, Gugliotta, and Purvis Ellison. Overton to the rim, and Doug Overton with 7 points. Overton had the look. He was a tall, long point guard. Kind of reminded me of Derek Harper in terms of his body type, especially when he was young, but just never put it together. I mean, rebound Googs. Here comes Overton. Ellison battling with Mourning. Purvis Ellison, the former #1 overall pick. Rumiel Robinson, speaking of busts. Here he is, former Michigan guard, won a national championship with Michigan in 1989. I know I've talked about that probably ad nauseum on this channel. I don't know why. I just think that's a team that's largely forgotten. Mourning. Using his height and his muscles, as you saw there, against the smaller, I thought that was Kenny Walker. Overton. Mitchell Butler. Googs. On the fadeaway. Googs was a terrific scorer. Nice shot by Tom Gugliotta. Gugliotta, a terrific athlete. Nice shooter. Just a nice game. Oh, Rumiel Robinson. There's Gugliotta. Telling you, he was a good dunker. Good pass from Doug Overton. Uh-oh. Kenny Gaddison, the undersized forward. Uh-oh. Purvis Ellison. Purvis is a tragic story. Not tragic, but he had a lot of potential, had 2 really, really good years. That's why I don't consider him a bust. And got hurt and just was never the same. Gaddison blocked by Gugliotta. I mean, you're talking about 20 points, 10 rebounds a game as a rookie, you know. Butler all the way. Mitchell Butler. The backup guard. Well, backup guard forward. Rumiel Robinson. No, don't switch. Stay on Morning. That's why. I'm like, Overton can't guard Morning. It's not like this Bullets team was a good defensive team. Gugliotta screening Overton. Overton once again down the lane. Purvis Ellison from the perimeter. No good. A little outside his range. He was a decent jump shooter, at least early in his career. Robinson to Curry. Anyone with the last name of Curry, don't leave him open, even if it's Michael Curry. Chapman back in. Ah, crap. Curry underneath, the veteran. Here's Doug Overton. Chapman with the ball. He'll run the pick and roll now. You know, when people forget about... Oh, Gugliotta, what a move. What a great athlete Rex Chapman was early in his career. Gugliotta knocks down the first. He's got 12. Make it 13 for Tom Gugliotta. Michael Adams in the game now. Don McLean back in along with Duckworth to give the starters time here on the floor together. Oh no, Adams with the foul on Muggsy. The 5'9 Adams, who's miniature himself, against the 5'3 Bogues, Tyrone Bogues. Well, Johnson can shoot that. Morning sitting in the lane, called for 3 seconds. David Wingate in for Eddie Johnson. I watched a video recently on YouTube about how Eddie Johnson always killed the Utah Jazz. Oh, Adams down the lane. I didn't correct Adams' free throw, but he shot a weird one-handed free throw. Michael Adams. Anyway, how Eddie Johnson, when he was for the Suns, the Kings, I believe, and the Rockets, killed the Utah Jazz. It was pretty funny. Eddie Johnson, or Larry Johnson, excuse me, no. McLean. Using his size. McLean rejected by Morning. Adams has to force it. Nope. Wow, what a play there by Morning. Wanted to get McLean going, but McLean had a slow start to his career. Got it going, like I said, most improved player of the year, I believe in 96. And then kind of fell off the face of the earth. Uh-oh. I'll take it. Oh, Larry was tough. I didn't want to leave Hersey open. Brett Price back in the game. And Calbert Chaney back in the game. Duckworth. Duckworth down the lane. No. The big body of Duckworth. No. Blocked by Morning. Larry Johnson. No. Rebound. Calbert Chaney. Don McLean. Don McLean inside. The writer of American Pie, the song, but not the same person. Same name, though. Ah, crap. We cannot switch on that. No switching. I hate how much they switch nowadays in the NBA. McLean, and he... Oh, wow. Misses the lay-in. McLean struggling. Bogues. It's good. Muggsy giving Charlotte the lead here. Chapman inside. No. Man, Morning's just intimidating the crap out of me. Good hands by McLean. Blocked by Chapman. Hawkins, just a crafty scorer around the rim. Chapman, yes. I think his first shot was a reverse layup too. Rex Chapman. Oh, a foul. Dang it. Scott Burrell coming back in. Oh, foul on Kevin Duckworth. His rough night continues. Crap. Morning handling up top. Back to Burrell. Oh. Good defense from Duckworth. McLean to the rim. Fouled by Larry Johnson. So here's Don McLean, the tall, long scorer, kind of the Kiki Vandeweghe 2.0 coming out of UCLA. Similar type of game and player, but just never put it all together in the NBA. Like I said, he's UCLA's all-time leading scorer, and that's saying something, considering all the greats that went there, you know. Morning, what a shot. Speaking of greats. Morning playing great. I just said the word great like 5 times. Price. McLean. Oh, come on. Come on, McLean. Tell me you're stronger than Tony Bennett. McLean. Yes. Don McLean. Knocking it down. He's got 6. Brett Price on the steal, but then he gets it knocked away. Oh, what a find. Bennett to Hersey Hawkins. Hersey Hawkins. Brett Price. Chaney. No. Oh, don't leave the Hawk open. Phew. Here comes Chapman. Oh, what happened there? I should have just gone up with McLean. Oh, Brent Price knocking it away. McLean, no. Hawkins down the lane, scores it. And it's a 3-point lead for the Hornets. Come here, Duckworth. Chapman being aggressive. Chapman, the former Hornet. Team that drafted him originally. Chapman knocking it down. Chapman in at point guard. Mitchell Butler in the game. What? Oh! Overton back in for Chapman. Here's Overton. Oh! Tony Bennett playing well. No, rebound. Kenny Walker. Ellison down the lane. Oh, man. Curry. Oh, stop and pop. Well, let's minimize the damage here. All right, come here, Kenny Skywalker. What a move by Chaney. Calvert Chaney right there, the long lefty. Oh, Curry could make that. Phew. And that's the half with the score. Charlotte 58, Washington 55. Exciting first half here. Let's go to Ernie Johnson in our halftime report. Ernie.
UK Sports Halftime Show. Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game. I'm swimming. I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots. Gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
The reason the Hornets are leading, plain and simple, it's Alonzo Mourning. There's Charlotte, North Carolina. Some of the buildings of downtown there with the pretty fountain. Let's look at Mourning's stats real quick. He has 2 blocks, but he's altered a ton of shots. Michael Adams got off to a good start and then kind of cooled off. We got to get Rex Chapman going here. Gugliotta had a nice first half. Adams right at Zoe. Michael Adams, the quick guard. Excellent shooter. Had a season with Denver where he averaged 26 points, and 10 assists a game. I believe it was 1988. Hawkins. Rebound, Don McClain. Chapman. That line drive shot of his. Oh, wrong hand. Larry Johnson getting it going. Rex Chapman. Duckworth on the steal, ahead to Adams. Adams down the lane, couldn't get it to go. But Larry Johnson with a critical foul. Charlotte's got to go play Mark Price, and then Shaq, then Patrick Ewing, then Jeff Hornacek. Ooh, Adams, come on, buddy. Free throws are so important, and Adams was a good free throw shooter. Adams, mainly known for his time with the Nuggets. Wasn't NBA All-Star. You know, it might have been 1990, actually, the year he averaged those numbers. Because anyway, he was an NBA All-Star once. Oh, Hawkins, good defense from Chapman. Down to Don McClain. Adams finding McClain, giving Washington the lead. This is the kind of game I like. Adams with the steal. Adams all the way, lays it in. 5'9" Michael Adams. He's got 10. Oh, Adams tipping it away. Gugliotta. Oh, I'm just being mean now. Adams with 12. I mean, I know they're going to give it back to Muggsy. I don't care, though. They need to figure it out. I'll take what I can get. This game is hard enough. Oh, Bogues around Adams. Not too often you can post up Muggsy Bogues. Adams right there. They have to honor Gugliotta's ability to spread the floor. Adams with 14. Oh, he went back court. I'm like, I didn't push him. Tyrone Bogues, a rare unforced error. Ooh. Come here. Oh, Adams down the lane fouled. He's getting in that lane and wreaking havoc. Adams knocking down the first. One of the underrated guards of the early 90s. Went in late 80s. Took over for Fat Lever in Denver. Eddie Johnson, speaking of underrated players from the 80s. Larry Johnson posting up McClain, who's also 6'10", and McClain with the block. Gugliotta, nice move there. Tom Gugliotta, 18-4 or 16-4 run rather. I think Charlotte needs a timeout. Washington using their size as Chapman steals the ball. Oh, go in. Oh. Dang it. Johnson on the pull-up, and that's a big swing right there. L. Yes, we get it, Larry. Your name starts with L. ISO McClain. Get out of the way. I got Eddie Johnson on me. Oh, Eddie Johnson with some good defense. Oh, Eddie Johnson. What a play there. Oh, Eddie Johnson. Such a good scorer for the 19-year pro in the NBA. He had a long career. Adams, tough shot. Adams with 18 points now. Zoe. Oh, fouled by Duckworth. Morning has yet to score this quarter. Brent Price in. And everyone but Gugliotta leaves the floor for the Bullets. That makes it pretty obvious who I'm going to go to then. Gugliotta! A very good dunker. especially early in his career. He'd be another one of those guys I think would be a terrific player nowadays. You know, after a pretty serious knee injury, his athleticism kind of left him, but he was still an effective player. Oh, Brett Price with the steal. Cheney avoiding, and Calbert Cheney and Washington up by 10. Great quarter here from the Bullets. Rumiel Robinson in, along with Kenny Gaddison. Del Curry in as well. Johnson blocked by Googs, and it went off Johnson's shoulder. Googs using that height advantage. Head coach of this Hornets team was Alan Bristow. Purvis Ellison. Purvis Ellison. And he does spell his like the perv. That's what's so funny. Like Purvis Short doesn't. But Purvis Ellison is P-E-R-V. Poor guy. Doug Overton in the game now. He and Price kind of splitting backup point guard duty. Oh, Overton using those long arms. Doug Overton. He's got 9. He and Price have both played well off the bench. Rumiel Robinson. Boy, Gaddison's tough in there. He's a load, about 6'7", 260. Ended up becoming a good assistant coach in the NBA. Kenny Walker in the game. No, rebound. Mitchell Butler. Oh, what a pass to Calbert Cheney. Mitchell Butler ahead to Calbert Cheney. Well, turnovers have been the story this quarter for the Hornets. Burrell blocked by Ellison. Ah, that's all right. I'll take it. Oh, Johnson is not a poor free throw shooter by any stretch of the imagination. A famous part right down the middle. Johnson knocks them both down. Michael Adams back in the game. Inside to Kenny Walker. Adams, 18 points, 8 assists for him. Oh no, Bennett's a good shooter. Oh, he missed it. Rebound, Mitchell Butler. Mitchell Butler for 3. Mitchell Butler. I'll be honest, I have no idea if he's a good three-point shooter or not. I know he's a forward, and I'm going to pull up for the open 3 with him. Larry working against Kenny Walker. Oh, nice move by Larry Johnson. Yes, your name starts with L. Come on, Walker. Butler. No. Might as well try again. What effort from Kenny Walker now? Didn't make it good that they were like trying his luck from deep. Like, uh-oh, that means he's not a good three-point shooter. Now I'm curious. Oh, he's got a C-. It's like he's not terrible. You can hit threes with anybody on this game as long as they're not an F. What an outlet pass to Adams. Great play there. Adams now with 20 points and 9 assists. Great outlet from Calbert Chaney. I believe this was Calbert Chaney's rookie season. Who was the best shooting guard in the Big Ten at that time? Was it Calbert Chaney or was it, Kenny Walker? Or was it Jim Jackson? I think probably Jim Jackson. Anyway. Wow, this game was a really tight game. I thought was going to be a real fun fourth quarter. Then all of a sudden, Washington just taking it to them. Oh, nice play there by Tony Bennett to Kenny Gaddison. Adams with the double-double now. Into Ellison. Ellison around Larry Johnson and scores. Ellison with 8 points now. Oh, see Bennett. Good help there from Walker, a.k.a. me. Oh, Adams with the steal. Adams. Oh, Michael Adams. Oh, what a great way to end the quarter. Look at his release. I worked on this where he would let go of the ball, and you can really do a lot of cool things like that. And that's kind of how he shot a little bit. He held the ball, and then he let go at the right before he released it. Michael Adams dominated that quarter for the Bullets. Rex Chapman with his full head of hair. Here's the State Farm assist of the game. I gotta turn my phone off vibrate. I missed it. Ooh. All right. Here's Tony Bennett. Mike Jaminski in the game along with LaRon Ellis. So we've gone to our benches. Marty Conlon in the game. And so was a very young George Mirazon. 7'7" Mirazon. Scott Burrell knocking it down. Oh, I tried to sneak it by. LaRon Ellis on the steal. Oh, but look at Adams. Nope. Tony Bennett there with the ball. LaRon Ellis for three. No. Rebound Michael Adams. Butler down the lane. No. Rebound Marty Conlon. Adams for three. Yes! Michael Adams again. Sorry, I got to see the... It's probably annoying, but I got to see the release. I just love it. I love this shot. I think if I were to create Dad, this is how he would shoot. Anyway. Adams now with 26 and 10. The average he averaged that year for the Nuggets. Oh, Jaminski, the veteran. Good luck going against... Oh, Mirazon blocked by Marty Conlon, but Jaminski right there. Mike Jaminski, the veteran. Excellent player in the 1980s. Mirazon, did he even jump? Great play by Mitchell Butler. Mirazon with the dunk. Tony Bennett. Working here over to Burrell. Burrell into LaRon Ellis. Over Conlon. No. Rebound Mirazon. Here comes Adams. Another three for Michael Adams. He was a good three-point shooter, but what's his rating? It's probably high now. B+, okay. Adams. Adams, another one. Oh, he's on fire. Michael Adams. 32 points for him. Holy cow. Bennett. Tony Bennett answers right back. Ooh, Mitchell Butler inside. Very nice play. Butler with 7. Well, Michael Adams has dominated this game. Gugliotta didn't dominate, but was the star of the first half for the Bullets. But this has been all Michael Adams in the second half. Oh, poked away. LaRon Ellis down the lane. Here's Adams. To Conlon. Marty Conlon from Michael Adams. Burrell. Ellis. Bennett. Rebound Mirazon. And look who's got it ahead of the group. Adams down the lane scores it. Oh, Walker knocking it away from Burrell. Jaminski to Burrell. Burrell has to put it up. No, rebound Conlon ahead to Michael Adams. Oh, Adams is just playing unreal. 36 points and 12 assists. I swear I did not come in to this game with an agenda to get like Michael Adams crazy numbers, but this is so funny how he's just going nuts. Wow. Eddie Johnson. Oh, fouled there by Doug Overton. Eddie Johnson. Wingate. He's going to have to rush it, and he's blocked by Mitchell Butler. Definitely interested in them. Period. Thank you, exclamation point. Okay. Doug Overton. Finally, they take out Conlon. No. Doug Overton with the loose ball foul. And what a performance it was from Michael Adams in the second half. He just went nuts. Shooting out here like Steph Curry. Eddie Johnson, speaking of great shooters, no. Rebound Mirazon. Conlon avoiding LaRon Ellis there. Getting it to go. Doug Overton, 11 points, 4 assists now off the bench. Great point guard play tonight from the Bullets. Rumiel Robinson. Jaminski's going to screen Eddie Johnson, or screen for Eddie Johnson. Oh, Jaminski blocked by Mirazon. Jaminski, 6'11" center, looks tiny in comparison to George Mirazon. Oh, Curry has to get it off. No, rebound Marty Conlon. Overton ahead to Brett Price. Oh, Mitchell Butler down the lane fouled. Boy, it has been a completely different second half for Washington. Wow. I think Charlotte, didn't they have 58 points at halftime? So, I mean, they've only scored 25 points in the second half. If I'm saying, I could be off, but that's amazing. Kevin Duckworth in for Murazan, who likely got tired or his feet hurt. Rumiel Robinson. Ooh, nice shot there by Rumiel Robinson. What a cool name. Overton. Conlon. Marty Conlon, the crafty veteran. Rumiel Robinson. And the Jaminski foul by Kevin Duckworth. So Mike Jaminski, the longtime net and 76er, came over to the Hornets in the early 90s. Just a solid career. Brent Price fouled by Del Curry. Brent Price, the little brother of Mark Price. Never lived up to Mark's standards, but still, oh wow. I shouldn't say his standards, but that comparison, it's just not fair. One thing that I am upset about, though, with Brent Price is that he missed those 2 free throws. Rumiel Robinson inside. Let's just end this game. Overton to Duckworth. Duckworth, the one-handed fadeaway he shoots. Let's watch that again. Gotta watch it. One. I mean, what I love about it is his arm's completely off to the side. It's like, what? He had nice touch, though. Kevin Duckworth, who died in a car accident, I believe it was. I know he died, but a few years ago. Butler. Nope. Eddie Johnson all the way, the long forward. And like I said, one of the 13 Johnsons. And I believe he's the one of the 13. I think he's the Johnson that played the longest on the list, or the latest, I should say. Gaddison block. Anyway, I mean, he played until 1999. I don't think any of the other Johnsons played that long that were on that list anyway. 13 men with the same last name. I don't think Frank did. Duckworth, nice play there. Duckworth now is 7. Got off to a rough start against Zoe. Oh, Rumiel Robinson, don't foul him. Just let him go. Play Matador defense. Come on, Overton. Rumiel Robinson. Young point guard drafted by the Atlanta Hawks very high. Oh, Chaney, what a move. What an athlete. Calbert Chaney, the long lefty. 6'7", 6'8" shooting guard. Great defender. Kind of a poor man's Stacey Augmon. Overton. Uh-oh, look out, Chaney all the way. Calbert Chaney. Doug Overton just got the ball by Del Curry there. Chaney throwing it down. Here's Rumiel Robinson handling the ball. Step back jumper. It's good. Rumiel Robinson. Conlon. I tried to do something weird there. Rumiel Robinson. Cheney. Yes. Calvert Cheney getting to that left hand. 35-point lead. But, you know, the reason we won this game was Michael Adams in the second half just went off. Oh, Robinson somehow got it up. Rumiel Robinson getting some garbage points here. Butler inside. Mitchell Butler now in double figures with 11. Not bad for a 67 overall. Del Curry being guarded by the much bigger Calvert Cheney. Curry down the lane, scores it, and foul. I don't think I ever saw Del Curry make a play like that in my life. Overton. Knocked away there. Oh. Walker has to force it up and gets it to go. Kenny Walker, the former Knick. 1989 slam dunk champion. Oh, Robinson, nice move there. Oh. Doug Overton just fouled out. Well, Michael Adams will get a curtain call as he'll come on the floor here. And they're going to sub him out with Brent Price. Like, that's not cool. Bringing in a guy that just torched them. Price. Ooh. And that's the game. The score, Washington wins by 32 points. 139 to 107. They were down by 5 at halftime. What a comeback and rout by the Bullets. I didn't hit the player. I didn't call timeout to see player of the game, but I think we all know who it was. That man, Michael Adams. Gugliotta quiet in the second half, but Calvert Cheney with the nice up and under. Purvis. Pervert Ellison. Let's look at some stats. Wow, the Bullets, I never shoot this well from three, as you know. 54% from three. But, I mean, Googs hit one, Mitchell Butler hit one, and Michael Adams hit 4, I believe. Maybe 5. I'm trying to think, who else hit one? Oh, Doug Overton had that one at the buzzer. 92 points in the paint. Second chance points, 6 to 5. But our bench actually outplayed them, which is great. And we had 15 more assists. They won the rebounding, but we forced them into 21 turnovers. Not bad. Wow, we had a 40-point lead at one point. Let's look at some stats. Larry Johnson, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Played pretty well, but it's not enough. Rumiel Robinson, a lot of his points in garbage time. Yeah, he had 15 points in the fourth quarter. But anyway, he ended up with 18 points, 2 assists. Alonzo Mourning, 13 points, 9 rebounds. He had 12 and 8 at halftime. Ended up with 1.1 rebound in the second half. Wow. Hersey Hawkins, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Del Curry, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Muggsy Bogues, 8 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound, and 5 turnovers for Bogues, who never turns the ball over. Kenny Gaddis, in fact, let's look. Do they have his stats? Look at how low his turnovers per game are. He averaged in 1990 10.7 assists a game and 2 turnovers. That's just crazy. And his assist to turnover ratio is so good. But anyway, what an awesome player. 5'3". Kenny Gaddis, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. How much did Bogues weigh? 145, they say. I doubt he weighed that much. Eddie Johnson, 6 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. Tony Bennett, 5 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. Mike Jaminski, 4 points, 2 rebounds. David Wingate, 2 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Scott Burrell, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. LaRon Ellis, 2 points, 1 steal. Everyone scored for the Hornets. Nice. Way to go, Charlotte. All right. For the Wizards, Michael Adams went off. 37 points, 12 assists, 7 steals, 4 for 5 shooting the 3, 13 to 16 from the field. And if you look, he had 31 points in the second half. Or no, is that right? 29 points. No, 31. That is right. So he had, 31 points in the second half. Wow. 37, 12, and 7. That's just crazy. Tom Gugliotta, 17 points, 4 blocks, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Calvert Chaney, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals off the bench. Mitchell Butler, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists off the bench with a block. Doug Overton, 11 points, 8 assists, 2 steals off the bench for Overton, the big guard. Rex Chapman, only 8 points in the game. I don't have his stats. But anyway, only 8 points in the game for the 6'4 guard. Don McClain, quiet game for him too. Not a, elite scorer by any means, but 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, or 1 assist, 1 block. Purvis Ellison, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Kevin Duckworth, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Kenny Walker, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Marty Conlon, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Brent Price, 4 points, 5 assists, 3 steals. George Mirazon, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Not bad in 6 minutes. So everyone scored in this entire game. Way to go, guys. Mirazon blocking. But it's funny really what made this game, obviously, other than Michael Adams, was all the little contributions. 6 points, 6 points, 7 points, 8 points, 8 points, 8 points, 11 points, 11 points. And then you get up 14, 17, and then obviously 37. Let's watch Michael Adams highlights. Here they are. Tough fadeaway there, one-handed. That one-handed release is awesome. Michael Adams in the second half was just a nuisance. They were so worried about Googs, they just kind of let him go on that pick and roll, and that was a mistake. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun. And, we'll see which one I do next.